Hi there, I'm Carmen and welcome back to my channel. I'm here at Aligned Pilates Studio. If you signed on today, you're here to do a workout with me, and we are going to do our Pilates mat, and we're going to do it in a very basic way. If you're new to Pilates, this is the best place to probably start your mat work, and then from there you can look at my other videos that move into the beginner mat and the more challenging mat. Now, for today's workout, you need a mat, and this is a traditional Pilates mat. You certainly don't need one, but they are essential, I would say, when you start to get up into the more challenging work. So if you have a yoga mat at home or a workout mat, please place it on something that has a little padding underneath, just when we go to the rolling, to protect the bones in your spine. It can be a little bit tough. The other thing that I'm going to be using in this video is a TheraBand, or a resistance band. And if you don't have one of these, that's okay. Go grab your favorite pair of tights. They will work. And then also a set of 1 pound weights. If you don't have weights, you can use soup cans, water bottles, whatever. Something to give you a little weight in your hand so it can help you feel some connection. All right, you ready to get started? Let's begin. So, the first thing we're going to do is work on just preparing our body for the work ahead. And I'm going to start with something that I call the 2x4 exercise in Pilates. I'm going to kind of just break it down and use only a portion of it to help us find our middle, our body, and feel balanced. So you're going to rise up onto the quarter foot and then stretch back down. You're going to go up for your second one and feel how you are organizing your legs right underneath your torso for 2. And 3, lift high and lower. So this is working your balance. You can add your arms in front and lower, as long as whatever you're doing with your arms, they're working to give you information into your body, a connection. I'm finding my inner and outer sides of my thighs, so in here, as I'm doing this, and you can speed it up. I'm kind of going slow just for you guys to follow. On the last one, I'm going to stay way up there, and I'm going to resist gravity as I descend down to my mat. There's my old bones cracking. And come all the way down to sitting. If that's not in you yet, you certainly just get down to the mat as you see fit. I'm just going to bring my band here because I'll need that close. All right, we're going to lie down, and I want you to take a moment to feel your body on the mat. I like this moment because I again feel like, okay, where are my legs? Am I really tight in my back? Am I really just like, did I just end up like this? And if you work with me, I always say, get your stuff together and let's go. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Now, reach the fingers dynamically upwards. And we're just going to go back and forward. And the point of this for you today is to feel the relationship of your arms moving back and forth and how they are feeling perhaps in here. If there's a lot of kind of noise going on, you want to make your range a little smaller. The other thing is to notice where your shoulder blades are. So you want to feel the backs of your blades just resting on the mat wide. So don't pinch your shoulders, okay? We're just going to do that a few more times. And as I'm doing that, I'm also thinking about maintaining my middle. I'm not letting it go, all right? On the last one here, as we come forward, we're going to go up into the what I call the 100 position with my legs down. The arms are dynamically reaching forward. That's what's feeling my neck being able to hold up there. And then we're going to vigorously pump. And exhale. Breathe through the nose. And exhale. We'll go to 50. If you can't do 50, you come out of it and you regroup and you go again. One more set. And let's come down with control. Now, at any point, if the neck was bothering you or you just felt like it's in your back and it just feels crap, keep your head down. You still can get that action of feeling the arms engaging into your back so your shoulders aren't feeling too roundy and you're not doing something like of this effect. It's strong. You're working your muscles around the bones here. They're being dynamic. All right, let's get up and finish our last set of 50. And if you're a student of Aligned Pilates, I never count for them. So you gotta mentally count on your own. And take an inventory, scan your body, see where you're holding tension, maybe where you're getting kind of, I don't know, I wanna say lazy, just kind of engage. Strong tummy, reach the toes long. And we lower down. Wonderful. So that's the 100. As the name says, it's 100 pumps of the arms. Roll up. You can bring your knees to your chest and roll up. If that's not available to you, another way to get up is roll on your side and sit up, okay? I want to put as many options in this video for all the different types of bodies and capabilities. Okay, the next exercise in Joe's work is called the roll up. Traditionally, you start laying down and you do what it says. You just roll up. That's not always possible when you're first starting Pilates because your back might be tight, your tummy might be weak, your shoulders might take over, and there's just a lot to go wrong. So we can sort of back it up a bit and do a bit of pre-Pilates by having our legs in this kind of a shape, all right, if that feels comfortable for you. I want you to sit up and feel your pelvis. So that's going to be the area where you feel some connection down into the mat. You will feel your sitting bones right there, okay? Your hands can be underneath your thighs, and again, they're just not meh, they're kind of dynamic. You're gonna get a little strength in those. Eyes into your tummy, and you're gonna roll backwards as if you're putting the back of your butt cheeks here towards the mat. Keeping your tummy back, you're gonna now get your upper back to round over. So you likely feel this ball shape, this C curve, round shape, I call it. And you're building some tone in here. It takes concentration for sure. If you get to here and you start doing this, you've kind of lost the shape and you're doing what I would call the grip. You're kind of gripping. This is gripping too much. This is pooching. So when you're going back and forth, you want your tummy to be pulling back for sure, that in and up, and the back is kind of opening. So it's getting some stretch and then lifting up and over. As you get better and stronger, maybe you go down a little deeper and you come up. And if I'm being honest with you and truthful, I think that the strap makes this exercise so much better. But again, if you don't have one, this is where we're at. That's totally cool. As you notice, I'm getting it into a bigger range. And you're going to work with whatever's in your body, strength-wise, flexibility, okay? Oh, see how hard that is for me? And I'm not like no newbie to Pilates. But I'd say this mat work that Joe wants us to do as our homework is really tough. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of consistency throughout the week. Now, the next exercise that we are going to do is the leg circles. The traditional one-leg circle has one leg up in the air. We usually hold these, and our foot can be connected into the bottom strap. Now, we're at home, so you don't have that. And I'm going to get you to pick up your TheraBand or your band or your nylons and place it on the arch of the foot. And then I want you to just have some tension where you feel like your arms aren't like tight, but your arms are bent at the elbows and your chest is open. I think the first thing that I want you to become aware of is that you are laying and trying your best to lay, to have both backs of your cheeks on your bum down. So to do that, we're just going to go back and forth. As you reach the leg back and forth, I want you to try and take your mind's eye to the back of your butt cheeks and see if in fact they are staying on the floor. Sometimes what happens is people do this and then they tuck, and then the whole hip area, this whole area gets hiked and twisted. So I want you to try your best. And again, it has to feel good in your body. If this is feeling sucky, don't do it. That's simple. After you do that a bit, then you're going to add more motion to it. You're going to bring your leg across and down and around and center. The reason I had you go back and forth is so you could feel like, yes, I can stay with the back of my butt cheeks on the mat. My middle of my torso is stabilizing while my leg is doing some work, and then reverse. Now my other leg is reaching down into the mat without going too much into really pushing my kneecap down on my right leg. Okay, if you want, you can go to the next side, but for those people who do not need this or you feel comfortable without it, we're going to use our own body's muscles and strength and flexibility to do the work. Whoa! That TheraBand kind of gave me better information. I have to think about this. Reverse. Takes a lot of work in here to maintain, to do the mat work well. Okay, let's go to the other side. Pick up your TheraBand or nylons or resistance band, whatever you got. People ask me, oh, what should I get? Oh, there goes my Achilles. I usually just say something that you can grip onto. Now this is thin. So if you're having like joint pain in the fingers, this is probably really thin to hold on to. So whatever you feel you can hold on to, and it gives you enough like of that feel like there's some resistance to help you and your body let that leg sit back into the hip socket. When we sit a lot, those leg bones kind of ride to the front. And I know because of the way my body posture is. Okay, here we go. Across the body, down, around, and up. Now my teacher, Jay, I never forget this. He'd say, reach with your big toe, Carmen. So that's what I try to tell my students. Reach with the big toe that's in the air. The other foot is actively pressing in the ground. Now we're going to reverse. And again, I'm trying to keep my upper body, my hands and all that stable while I do this, okay? There we go. Let's do it for prosperity's sake. Is that the right word? Let me know in the comments. There we go. Oh, I'm all twisty. Gotta get my crap together here. Get my center working, coordinated, chest open. Good. Awesome. That is the one leg circle, or leg circles. You may have read that. Now, from here, I'm going to have you sit up again. So you choose how you get up the best way. I'm going to get up with my roll up, because what is coming next is the rolling in a ball. So I'm going to use my belly again to pull back to receive my legs into me, like that. So you're going to get into the shape. Now, if there's like, it's tight, you have some girth, you can go here to make this more viable for you, okay? So that's totally cool. So whichever position feels like you still have some zhuzh in you, and it's not just like that. So you feel that lift in your middle, tummy is pulling back, and you can even push out into your legs. Or if you're holding here, you can push into your hands and pull your legs in towards you in opposition. All right, so either or. Here we go. I want you to roll just to the low back and up. Not easy. Now, my reason for you to just kind of dial it down a bit is I see a lot of people flinging it back. So it's best to get this under control and the strength. And then when you build up enough strength, you can certainly add more to it. But in the meantime, let's get those little minutia muscles down in here and your back to open up. Let's get that dialed in, and then we can go for the bigger range. Okay, after rolling in a ball, the next exercise is called the single leg pull or stretch. I've heard both. So you can lie down on your mat again, and I will show you the position of the leg on the right side. So you're going to take your knee up, and you're going to take your, like I'm pretty flexible, so and I got long arms, like long. So I can reach down to here and put my hand here, no problem. If that just is like, where is that? Just put it here and pull, or put it here and pull. Okay, so we're gonna pull and deepen, and we're gonna put that leg down. Try to keep all this contained, and we're gonna lift up this leg, and we're gonna pull, pull. So you're kind of getting a hip flexor kind of, is that such a word? You're getting that feels in there, okay? Pull, pull. Now let's do something more with it. Let's bring our head up, and we're gonna pull the knee towards our ear, okay? And down. So we're holding that hundreds, and we're pulling and pulling. Okay, anytime your neck is bothering you and you can't hold it up, put the head down. For the ultimate, I do think having the legs up, if you can, really helps to, I guess, understand the point of what Joe wanted. He wants you to be able to hold your head up. He wants you to be able to hold the leg that's in the air up with the low gut. He wants you to use your strong arms. He wants you to have a long neck and a light head. Okay? Now I'd like you to sit up. So that's the single leg stretch. We're going to go into the spine stretch. I'd like you to stretch your legs out in front of you. And you'll know I'm on this traditional mat. These satellite boxes on the side are going to come up in more work, but for now, if you are on a mat, just the width of your mat or wider than your hips, okay? Hands can be in front, and you're going to try your best to sit up tall. And then your tummy pulls back, and you round and stretch your spine. And back up tall. Here we go again. The tummy pulls back. And we stretch. So how slow or fast do we go? When you're first learning, I just tell people to breathe normally. So you could think of exhaling here. And that sort of helps to set the pace. Each exercise has its own, I'd say, rhythm or pace, and you will learn that more as you practice and get that in your body. But when you're first learning, there's so much to think about. And then if that even trips you up, I just tell clients, students, I want you to stretch your spine. Okay? Honestly, that will help you to find the essence of the exercise. Listen to the name of it is, the spine stretch. So you're stretching your spine. Single leg pull, you're pulling. Rolling in the ball, you're rolling. Like, he was really smart, that Joe Pilates. Okay, we're gonna roll onto our gut, our tummies. Now, this is called the single leg kick. I'm going to show you some options if putting your hands here is not viable or lifting your head. So the first way is our arms are going to be beside us, but here's the kicker. We're not here, okay? You can also put a pillow underneath your head too. I want you to use your upper back muscles where your shoulder blades were, to help hold those up. And then we're going to kick 1, 2, and put the leg down. And 1, 2. So this is still some upper back work for me as I stretch the fronts of my legs right up into my pelvis, right up into here. Okay. We're going to take it a little step further. Again, putting our hands here. Kick, 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 kick. In the last position, right up into the way Joe has us. And kick, 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 kick. Watch you don't try to overextend the neck. You want to reach your collarbones through your arms to lift the chest, and you feel your toe trying to kick the back of your upper back. Okay? Let's stretch with a counter stretch backwards. Now it's just a nice soft round. And just reach back. Good. Okay. Wow, I feel fantastic. How about that? We're going to move to the wall now. So if you'd like to grab your 1-pound weights, I'll have you do that. And we're going to come up against a wall. Now, the first thing I want you to do is go right up to the wall. Like, it's going to feel like your butt's in the way, and you're going to put your head up there. and there's like this gap, maybe that's for you, and you can't even get there. So your hands are back there, your head is there, and you feel like, oh my gosh, my backs can't get there. So then I want you to walk forward your feet to where you sort of lean into the wall so that you feel, I feel my back. Let's find the backs of the tush again, like we did on the mat. You see, I'm just bringing you from there and putting you on the wall. And I'm going to work with you in the roll-up. So if you can't lay down on the mat and do the Pilates, you can do some work standing up, okay? So if having to go down on the floor is a big ask from you, then just do the work. We can do the standing up, okay? So from here, we are going to just round, and we find what we call the 100 shape, okay? So you see I was down there, but now I've popped you guys up here. And you can use your weights as resistance, and you can pump backwards, okay? Now this is not something that I learned with Jay. It's just something that I'm kind of saying, hey, let's try feeling the wall for those hundreds if we can't get down on the floor. And let's come back up. Now we're going to do the roll up or the roll down. Same thing. I don't want you to round your shoulders. Those weights are there. And if you need to make fists to kind of pull them up into you, that's totally cool. So whatever feels good for you. And then you're going to roll forward and reach deeper, deeper. Roll back up. And again, deepening into the belly. And back up. Find the spots that are sticky. Now when we're standing here, it can be taxing on the legs, especially if we do too much standing into the knee. So if that happens, take it out into more of this stance. That might be useful for you. Okay, so we can try it like that. Deepening, and I'm feeling a stretch where I need to and where I know I'm tight in my back and my upper neck and shoulders. So that's the roll up. I want to add some upper body connection now with this. So finding that strong body, torso against the wall. You feel your butt cheeks resting, not tucking, okay? So the tailbone's elongating down, and you're going to bring the arms up. And it's the lift of the arms that helps you to feel the lift off your legs. And circle, okay? If it's too heavy to lift 1 pound, and let me tell you, if you're working with shoulder injury or frozen shoulder or anything like that, this might be too much, all right? It just might be, make you nauseous. So just work out at, the level that feels so good in your body. You need to explore that. I'm trying to feel my shoulder blades against the wall. This left side of mine, if you notice, tries to get away. So I got to work at focusing. Keep it there and down. That's it. Sorry, plant. We're going to take some of this work and we're going to take it up. Shave. Elbows are wide. Open the chest. And now my upper back works even more to shave. Watch your elbows don't come in too much, okay? So those weights are there for you to feel resistance, something to push up against. So it tells your middle to find the wall. And last one is the hug. And I keep my shoulder blades wide on that wall. I could lift my elbows more, get some more zhuzh up in there. I think I'm going to return my legs just for me in my body. There, I'm using my middle better. I have to connect my inner thighs more. You do what you got to do, okay? Good. And we'll come back down, and you can push off the wall. I feel so good. I hope you feel good. The point of doing Pilates is so that you feel better after you train, so that you have a sense that there's hope for something to be opened in your body, or you feel better, stronger, more energy. That's the hope that this Pilates gives you, so that you can go out and thrive in your day-to-day activities. If you have any questions about this video or anything about Pilates, please comment in the section below and I'll get back to you. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.